Yeah, I wanted to show you a little contraption a friend of mine made. Friend of mine, Travis, at Pro Gold Prospecting in Youngtown, Arizona, designed this little sluice box. Now, to give you a little bit of my background, like I said, I've been dredging for the last probably 15 years, and I've used just about every type of recovery system. And I absolutely just hate panning. I've used the gold screws and little recirculating things for black sand. But notice this little guy right here. It's kind of a black sand concentrator type little system to recover your gold. If you notice, there's really no riffles at all in this, and it's kind of hard to see with the shadows. You see a little bit of riffle action there. It's actually just not really a riffle, it's just like an indentation, and there's this carpet on top of it. It's not really a carpet, it's almost like a rubber mat. Basically a little pump running it. You can kind of see you can control the water, the angle, and it takes a little bit to get it set up and angle right, but basically a demonstration of how this works is you need to screen down your black sands to about 20 mesh, which is a screen that I have here. Get all your coarser stuff out, so if you got any nuggets and stuff like that, you'll get those out. And basically all this material right here is screened down to 20 mesh minus, and take a little bit here and teaspoon across here and just kind of rub it across. Basically you can already see the gold right there. It's kind of hard to see here in the video, but the gold will just absolutely stay there. Now the micro gold, literally your fines, powder gold, will stay, and you can control the water volume. What's slick about this, I mean, it sounds like you're not really moving that much material, and you can actually get on here and move at a fairly good pace and start putting the black sand on here. And that's kind of hard to do one-handed, but it kind of gives you an idea, and I kind of just spread it out. And basically what happens is the black sand actually removes, gets washed away and leaves all the gold behind. And you can see I got one little piece right there, a couple little micros right in here that are really hard to see with the camera, but it actually leaves the micro fine gold. Now you can adjust the water how fast you want. If you're wanting to recover the micros and stuff like that, you'd obviously want to slow the water down and, you know, mess with your angle. But I got this thing adjusted how I like it. I'll run a few more little scoops here. But I'll tell you what, over the years, I've seen every little contraption, and I've used every contraption, and I've literally had 55-gallon drums of black sand. And I'll tell you what, it kind of sucks when you have to try to go pan it all, or even running it through a gold screw. I've had it all, gold screws and every little device to help recover the gold. What I like about this the most is, you notice you can see a speck of gold, little piece right there, and a couple pieces right here, and you take your little snuffer bottle, you just run right in here and boom, suck them right up. They're gone. A lot of little micros here. Get those guys right off the carpet. Black sand's absolutely gone. Just all the gold's just sitting right here. I'll tell you what, I've never seen a little contraption like this. At first I almost had to be sold on it. I thought, oh, there's got to be some gimmick to this little guy, but I'll tell you what, this thing's a little gem. I've never seen nothing like it, and so far I'm really impressed. Like I said, most of my I do a lot of metal detecting, but recently I've been playing around with the dredge, some other stuff. You can kind of get an idea of some of the coarser gold I'm getting here. Kind of hard to see with this camera. And then a lot of little pieces. But like I said, this little guy here, I'm telling you, it's a little gem. It's the best I've seen so far. I'm really impressed. I believe it's called the Gold Magic. But if you're interested in this or want to see a live demo, it's actually in the store there. You can go down and see Travis at Pro Gold Prospecting in Youngtown, Arizona, off 111th Avenue, and see this live in action. He's got one set up there with some gold. If you had your own gold, if you're worried about somebody setting up some kind of trick or something, I'm sure you can bring in your own little bit of concentrate and run it right there, and you can see it hands-on. But I'll tell you what, I don't advertise or promote anything that don't work, and this little guy right here, I'm really impressed. Like I said, anybody that's doing any kind of dredging or have any kind of little commercial operation, drywasher or anything like that, I got a bunch of concentrates I'm going to run across this, and so far it's pretty impressive, really recovering the really microfine gold. You've seen the little pickers and stuff there, you pick right up, and then like I said, the black sand just gets washed right away, and you can go right in here to the snuffer bottle and just snuff your stuff right up. Alrighty, this is Rob with Rob's Detector Cells, and just thought I'd show you something a little bit different besides metal detecting all the time and nuggets. something a little different, little black sand recovery type sluice. I think it's around $120 for the whole system. Alright, take care.